case you're wondering. Still got my dollar, still got my wax. The dollar is usually for some water after surf, but I started making TikToks recently, and the dollar is a huge hit. Nobody knows. They're like, hey, good morning. They're like, hey, why do you carry $1 in your wax? Like, I'm carrying my wax in my dollar. But really, it's just, I'm always pulling my GoPro out of my pocket, so I wrap the dollar in the wax, just so, like, when I pull my GoPro out, it doesn't pull the dollar out. And then I still got money to get a drink after. What's up, guys? It's me. I don't know if we've done introductions yet, but I guess since we've both had our morning coffee already, I'm Matt Baker. I just got done surfing, and I'm making a documentary. Morning, sir. It's always weird to record yourself and talk in front of other people. Anyways, let's redo that. All right, 3, 2, 1, and action. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Baker. Now that we've had our morning coffee, let's do, oh man, that was the introduction. Oh, I forget it. You know who I am. I'm Matt Baker. Sorry, my nose itches. But yeah, so my name is Matt. I live in Hawaii. I was born in Ohio. I guess we're not really doing backstories, we're just doing my everyday life. But long story short, I'm 26. Before the pandemic, I was working at a surf shop, but I was also transitioning into the real adult world. I was getting into construction. I was a painter. That was pretty fun. Everybody seems to hate painting, but I had a pretty good mentor. His name is Tony, aka William, aka Dr. Petch. Tony is definitely one of the more interesting characters that I've ever met, but I'm also really grateful for the time that I spent with him. One, because if you haven't noticed, I tend to walk everywhere. I'm walking right now. I gotta walk to get lunch, aka my prime mode of transportation is usually a bicycle, but when I'm surfing, I can't ride the bike clearly because I gotta keep one hand occupied. I'm back to Tony and work. So since I walk everywhere, I used to have to walk, sometimes I'll walk 10 miles total, 5 miles each way to get to the office, because Tony lives on the other side of the island. And whenever we'd have work, closest place to meet is the office. So I'll walk from my house 5 miles, meet Tony at the office, and then after work he'll drop me back off at the office and I'll walk 5 miles back. So throughout the day, I hope you guys are prepared for a lot of walking, because this is the norm. I did have a moped. Dang, I really wish I could record this without scratching my nose. But I did have a moped. But before I can even get plates on that bad boy, it got stolen from underneath my house. So, a little bit hard luck, but it's not too bad. That was kind of my random ramble about what I was doing post-pandemic. Now, or pre-pandemic. Now post-pandemic, I have no job. Both of my jobs are still shut down. I was in Ohio for a little bit, probably the whole month of April to mid-May. And I came back to Hawaii, one, because my unemployment is screwed up to the max. Your boy's going 10 weeks on not getting a check. But that's besides the point. So I came back. Look at these flowers. Oh, yeah, buddy. If I could pick one, I'd give it to you guys. But I don't think I can pass it through the camera. Anyways, so, yep, going on 10 weeks without a check. So I was having all types of problem getting my unemployment since I was in Ohio, but I was filing for here because this is where I live. But I ended up getting a few checks, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back. Hopefully work open up soon, or these checks keep coming. But fast forward to July 25th, and we still have no checks coming through, and we also don't have work started. So for the past like 2 weeks, I ended up, so reckless decision, I needed more cash to stay afloat, so I ended up taking out a $3,000 loan, banking on the checks eventually coming through, and I was going to pay that off pronto. But anyways, I ended up buying the surfboard with the $3,000 loan. So I spent a couple $100 on the surfboard, so that way I'm not just sitting at home getting fat all day. Because I'll tell you what, 2 weeks ago, and not even 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I was 190 pounds. And now that I've been walking every day, so I walk about 6 miles, I paddle out about 600 meters, and then I surf for a few hours. So that's a pretty good workout. And now I'm down to 174. Just weighed myself yesterday. So that just goes to show, even if you don't want to do something, I mean, I really don't want to walk 6 miles to go surf, but I enjoy surfing that much that it's worth it. And two, I kind of try and convince myself, like, all right, you walk the 6 miles, you're definitely going to get in shape, because I've also been telling myself I'm going to start running. But I usually go for a run, I get sore, next day, don't go for a run again. It's such a shame, because I used to be pretty decent at running. But this is kind of my excuse of staying in shape and still doing what I like to do. I guess you could say I love surfing, but kind of my overall love is just the ocean. I love free diving, surfing, doing just about everything. If I haven't mentioned, we're scheduled to have a hurricane hit us, direct hit, tomorrow night, Sunday, July 26th. But it's kind of windy. We're at the very beginning of our walk, so this will be quite the journey home. Got a 9-foot surfboard flag behind me. It's basically like a giant helicopter prop, but we'll probably survive. This is just Waikiki. A lot of the stuff still closed. We probably have our main eateries open, but for a lot of shopping places and stuff like that, they've been strict over here. I think we've extended quarantine maybe 3 times, 2 times. We were supposed to be finished in July, but now we moved it back to August. Who knows, we might move it back to September. But this is normally the time where I'll stop in 7-Eleven to get myself a water, but not too thirsty. And it's not too hot out yet, so I think I might chance it and just get to walking home. I also don't have an extra hand to carry the water bottle, so you're welcome, guys. But, yep. I don't know if I should show myself or show the camera. But yeah, it's just hard not to film yourself and talk to the camera. Like, I could blabber for days about almost anything. Okay, what can we blabber about? Let's talk about, one thing I would change. What was it? One thing I would change about the world? One thing I would change about myself. One thing I'd change about myself is I'd go back to my younger self and I'd teach myself not to have so much holes in my pocket, because honestly, I cannot save money for the life of me. I mean, now in the adult world, now that I've been broke for a few years and I'm learning that you can't just buy whatever you want, yeah, I'm starting to get it. But if I had learned this at like 16, 17, boy, and then I found my love for surfing, I might be shaping surfboards and doing documentaries, like real documentaries. So that's a goal of mine. I actually was really into photography for a few years, but I got broke and had to sell my camera gear. Then I started working at a surf shop, and then I started surfing. But fun fact, although I do love to surf and I make all these wild journeys just to get to the beach, it wasn't always that way. Up until, how old was I? 19. I didn't know how to swim. Yep, that's right. This guy that just walked 3 miles to go surf didn't know how to swim until he was damn near 20 years old. But I was terrified. And then one summer I was going to the beach every day and it was really flat. Me and my friends were having a blast. Then the waves started picking up. And then it was all over. I told my mom I wanted to take a swim class. Fast forward to 7 years later. Still not a waterman, but I'm quite the fish. And it's only gonna progress, you know? So, find what you love to do it every day, and you won't regret that. Oh, that's one thing I won't change. Alright, right now, we're about to leave Waikiki. We're waiting at a stop sign. My right arm's going kind of numb, so we might have to do a board switch. But, this is my view. Let's find the green. And we're moving. So that's Alawai Canal. I'll tell you what, it may look like paradise, but you do not want to swim in that canal. You'll probably come out ready to be the next zombie in The Walking Dead. But that's just a personal preference. I would not recommend swimming in the Alawai. Alright, we just now crossed the bridge. Now we're into, I guess this is like Macaulay area of Honolulu. Probably gonna put my GoPro down real quick. Switch hands. Oh. Morning, guys. Morning. Oh yeah. Oh. So now we're walking. A little camera fumble. I was trying to get the GoPro in my hand without getting my fingers in the way, and then I tried to put it in my mouth as a stabilizer. That didn't work. But, yep, on our way. Morning.